This
No,
center?
I developed the ancestral mindset. I created it.
That's right. You let it loose.
I was in my kitchen.
And you let it loose. Yeah. Right. Okay.
That's not funny.
No, I mean, that's not funny because we still don't know where the virus came from and because there's a lot of questions still about the lab in Wuhan, and there's a question about international consortium of scientists, including scientists here in the United States and North Carolina
Well, yes,
and elsewhere.
all of that. But what about the millions of people who are dead? I mean, that's just not funny for him to joke about that.
Right. I think humor is always a great thing, but completely inappropriate under the circumstance. Again, the public is getting tired of being lectured to, talked down to, made fun of in any which way. And again, one more point about the masks. What about all the damage that occurred from socialization and learning in schools and the rate of depression that's soaring? So clearly, Harris, it's not a good time to be making jokes like that.
Look, I don't even know if it's the messages so much if it's just the messenger at this point. So when you have something else come up, do you really think Dr. Fauci is where I want to get my information? And the reason I say that is health officials now are on high alert again over a new virus in China. It's known as Levy. And researchers say it resembles the flu. Its origins are linked to bats, rodents, and shrews. And we're told at least 35 people have been infected. That's not a huge number. So far, officials say there has not been any human-to-human transmission. So it'd be great to be able to hear from the administration with credibility on worry or don't worry about this. But the messengers have been a mess.
And especially because you already hit the point, I'd rather hear from you on it. Here's what you just said.
I'm not a doctor.
There's no evidence of you're a good messenger. There's no evidence of person-to-person spread. Unfortunately, with the administration, they may come out and warning, and they don't tell you who should be warned and what should you be warned about. You know how many viruses there are out there, Harris, that start off in an animal like a shrew? I think this is from a shrew, gets people sick. Nobody dies. It doesn't have sustained spread human to human. There's not a single case there of the Longyear virus that spread human to human. Not one case. And if the administration comes out and make a statement about it, they're going to make us think we're all going to get it next. The gain is turned all the way up to fear-mongering all of the time. That causes a great deal of harm.
But they don't have to handle it that way. They could come out and say, look, we know you're seeing this. We're monitoring it. Go on about your daily lives. And hopefully people could believe them on that. One last thing. Why are they renaming monkeypox?
I don't like that. I think that's another issue of political correctness. I wouldn't rename monkeypox because monkeypox came from a group of monkeys, a colony of monkeys in 1958. And they should worry more about talking about how it's getting entrenched in the gay and bisexual population. That should be looked at as a form of education. We need vaccines, not renaming. We don't need czars. We need vaccines, treatments, and more tests. And we need to target those most at risk. That's public health, not renaming something. Public health is not about political correctness. It's about tools.
It's so true. Yeah, 1958 on the continent of Africa. And from what I'm reading, the concern among the officials who want to rename monkeypox is that it might insult some of us who are African American. You know what's insulting? The fact that we are headed into a new school year right now, and we still don't know the best way to send our kids back so we can move on. So we're figuring stuff out on our own. We don't have all of those therapeutics that we were promised. We don't have all those new vaccines. It's everything that you talk about, doctor. We are stuck in 2020 at this point when it comes to those things. Thank goodness we at least started with the Trump vaccine. Your last thought.
No, you made a really good point about going back to schools. I really like Operation Warp Speed. I like that we have the vaccine. Let's get those vaccines updated. And when you go back to school, the best thing that we can focus on is ventilation, by the way, keeping windows open and testing people if they're sick. The most obvious things. If you're sick, stay home. Let's get back to that all over again.
All right, Dr. Seigel, thank you for breaking through it for us. Appreciate it.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.